It's the start of a new week, so could we see some more developments in transfers today? James Savundra is here to bring us all the latest. Firstly, James, we're going to start with a recap of what happened over the weekend, and Arsenal, the big movers with Viktor Gyökeres and Noni Madueke.
Yeah, so Arsenal closing in now on signing Viktor Gyökeres from Sporting. We understand they're close to agreeing a deal now for the striker, a striker they've been looking for such a long period of time. They've agreed to pay a fixed fee around £55 million. Now, negotiations continue over the add-on. Sporting want around €10 million. Gyökeres clearly wants to join Arsenal, the club he wants to play for this season. Personal terms, we're not expecting those to be a problem. And at the same time, Arsenal are also finalising a deal for Noni Madueke. We can confirm he's due to have a medical today at Arsenal. He's back in London finalising this move from Chelsea to Arsenal. In terms of the fee, we understand it's an initial fee of £48.5 million with £3.5 million in add-ons. So Arsenal really have been busy over the course of the last few weeks. Martin Zubimendi through the door, so's Kepa, Chrsthian Mosquera, and Arsenal now very close to signing two more players. Noni Madueke, that could be confirmed this week.
Is there a third as well? News about a centre-back, I think, near the stadium?
Yes, we think there may be developments today on this. Arsenal remain in talks with Valencia around the signing of Chrsthian Mosquera. Now, they had a bid rejected last month around £13 million. Valencia value him around £25 million, but there is optimism that there can be a compromise found on the fee, and that could come over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours. He's entered the final year of his contract. He's turned down a new contract with Valencia, so it does look like his future is elsewhere. He's turned down a new deal there because he wants to join Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, and for that reason, we're not expecting personal terms are going to be a problem. So it's been a big summer. Arsenal have been planning, and they're activating that right now with these number of transfers.
James, what else is on the radar this week?
Well, it's going to be a fascinating week when it comes to Morgan Gibbs-White and his future at Nottingham Forest. Now, last week we confirmed that Tottenham triggered a £60 million release clause in his contract at Nottingham Forest. However, Forest consider the move off and they're consulting their lawyers over potential legal action. Fresh news today because Morgan Gibbs-White has registered for training at Nottingham Forest today, and the club have put out a tweet with a picture of Morgan Gibbs-White at the training ground today. You can see him there. Now, Forest, they're consulting their lawyers over potential legal action because what they feel it has been an illegal approach from Spurs, who triggered the £60 million release clause. And we understand, whilst he remains a Nottingham Forest player and whilst this dispute remains ongoing, that he will continue to train with Nottingham Forest and prepare for the new season. So Tottenham still hopeful a deal can be completed. But this morning, back at Nottingham Forest, back for pre-season training. A few other bits happening this week. Elsewhere, we're expecting Bryan Mbeumo to be a player of interest once again. Will this finally be the week that Manchester United make him a Manchester United player? We're expecting United to make an offer soon. They're optimistic of a deal to sign him. They'd love him to be there in time to be part of their pre-season squad. They head to America very shortly. Their last offer wasn't too far away in terms of the actual fee, but will the too far away in terms of structure of the third offer, if when it comes in, be acceptable for Brentford? And finally, what feels like a long drawn-out saga can come to an end. And finally, a quick line on Napoli and Victor Osimhen. Where's he going this summer? We speak about him in every single transfer window. Well, Napoli have rejected another bid from Galatasaray, worth more than £60 million. So Galatasaray offered a bid worth £60 million in 5 instalments, but we understand Napoli want around £65 million in 2 instalments. So it's clearly a situation where he's not moving just yet. Al Hilal may become back into the race once again. Juventus, there's still interest there. Clearly one of the best goal scorers in world football. Napoli want to sell him in this transfer window. He's got 1 year left in his contract. Where's he going to end up? At this moment in time, not Galatasaray, but you wouldn't think they're too far away right now.